So we're here today. We're going to talk to all the club captains. I'm going to discuss the coming year and what they're looking forward to and what their challenges are. So let's start with Emily, who just tell us a little bit about who you are and what section of the club you look after.
Yeah, so I'm Emily and I am the performance section club captain for the ladies side of the club. So this means I look after the ladies ones, twos and threes teams and provide support to the captains, the coaches and the players in that section.
So is this your first season looking after this section?
This is my second year in this post. Yeah, third year at the club, second year doing club captain.
So you'll know fully well what you're looking forward to this season.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a really exciting season going forward. We've got lots of new faces in the club, which is really exciting.
And the challenges, I guess there'll be challenges as well.
Yeah, so having new people is really exciting, but it also means there's a lot of changes in squads, which can be quite difficult to manage at the beginning, but it should sort of get a bit easier as the season goes on. And we've also had, so the ladies twos got promoted last season, so that means they've got a challenging new league this year, but hopefully one that's like well fitted to how they play as a team. So that's challenging, but also exciting. And the ladies threes also got moved into a different league this season, so that's going to come with its own set of challenges. And then, yeah, the ladies ones play in the Prem 1 league in South Central, so that's like the highest league that they can play in the South Central area. So that's a challenge in itself. They played in there last season. Yeah, so this is their second season in that league, so hopefully they'll be able to like cement their place in that league this season.
And last season they were mid-table, were they?
Yeah, they finished about mid-table. This season we've had like a lot of teams come into that league from the National League above, so it might be a bit challenging this season to sort of fight off all those people that have come down, but it'll be a good challenge for them.
Fingers crossed. And then on a Saturday, where will we be seeing you playing your hockey?
So I play for the ladies twos mostly, sometimes make a guest appearance in the ones, but only sometimes. And yeah, I play in the midfield in the ladies twos.
Right, thank you. We'll look out for you. Ashley, same question really around yourself and what section you're looking after this year.
Okay, so I'm Ashley. I go by Ash, and I look after the competitive side of the ladies team. So I do the 4s, 5s and 6s / development.
I mean, this is your first year, isn't it?
This is my first year, yes.
So that in itself, I guess, will be a challenge.
Yeah, and I came into it quite late as well, so I've got to like figure out what on earth I'm doing in the first place. Because Emily seems to know what she's doing, and I don't.
I'm sure Emily's going to help you.
It's a bit of a sink or swim situation.
Yeah. I'm sure Emily will be there to help.
Oh yeah, she'd be brilliant.
But I mean, you must be looking forward to some things as well.
Yeah, definitely. So as Emily said, the threes have been moved into a different team. That's who I play for, or a different league. And the 4s, I believe, got promoted last season, so they'll be excited for their new league. And the 5s, we've had a bit of a shuffle around with our influx of players. So we're trying to find people like where people should be. So that's been a bit of a challenge in itself. Some people have been a bit upset like where they've ended up, and but it should sort of figure itself out in the next couple of weeks.
Okay, and Hamish, introduce yourself and what area of the club are you looking after this year?
Yeah, so I am the men's club captain for the performance section of the club. So that encompasses the men's 1s, the 2s and the 3s within the men's section.
And what particularly are you looking forward to for the coming season?
This season, I think the teams have got things that we are looking forward to. So the men's 1s are going back into a league that we got relegated from previously. So we've got a tough job coming up, working against some really good level of opposition, with a changed squad, some new players coming in, so working to integrate those players, and yeah, giving this new league a really good go. The men's twos have got an interesting season coming up, playing in a league that they were in last season, with some new faces in their squad, some younger players coming up, and some new senior players as well joining them. So it'll be really interesting to see how they get on in that league with opposition that they know well, and hopefully looking to really mount a good, strong challenge this season. And similarly for the men's threes, lots of junior players coming in, really looking to embed themselves in a senior men's squad, some of whom would have played in that squad last year. So hopefully again another year of building on last year and looking to really mount a strong challenge this year for the season coming up.
And what challenges do you think you may have?
As I said, I guess some of the challenges will be embedding some of the new players, some of the junior players, getting them up to speed as quickly as possible, because this season is going to be starting a week earlier than we would normally be used to. So looking to integrate those players into the squads, and get them up and running, and start training together. This season, we're really making a big point of trying to make sure that there is really close working between the men's ones and the men's twos, and between the men's twos and the men's threes, to try and make the selection between the three teams and how the teams work together as close as possible. So we're all kind of driving towards each team really pushing for a strong performance this season.
And where can we see you playing hockey in the coming season?
This season, I will be playing for the men's ones. So again, really looking forward to a challenging season, but looking to test ourselves against some really strong opposition. Each year seems to get a little bit harder as I get a bit older and a bit slower. But we'll be looking to try and have a really successful season in this new league.
And I've heard that there is the new technologies, VO technology that we've purchased for the first teams. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, so the VO system's looking like it's going to be a really exciting development this year. We're primarily looking to trial it with teams who will be playing at home, and will give us the opportunity to be able to record those games, be able to watch those games back, which from a coaching point of view and from a player point of view should be a really useful addition to our resources that we have to try and work with the teams. Look at what teams are doing well and be able to kind of highlight that, look at teams that need to be kind of maybe working on, and again sort of highlighting some of those examples and being able to sort of show teams back as to what was happening. So really looking forward to that opportunity, and hopefully it will also give us a bit of an opportunity to share some highlights from games with other members of the club via kind of social media and other platforms.
On to Danny now, yeah? Okay, Danny, hi.
Hello, how are you doing?
I'm good, thank you. What are you looking at covering this year?
So I'm Danny, and I cover the competition element of the club, which is the 4th 11, the Striders and the Strollers.
Okay. So that will give you a whole host of challenges, I imagine. What sort of things are you going to be facing?
Well, lots of challenges, really. The biggest and the most enjoyable challenge is ensuring that the youngsters are fed through into the fours at the right time and then further up the club. The other challenge will be for the Striders. They finished second in their league last year. It'd be really great if they could win that. But one of the biggest challenges is managing the Strollers, ensuring that they all stay fit for the season and that pre-match routine doesn't go beyond 2 pints of beer. Otherwise, they don't be able to play.
We've got a whole mix of different hockey players, haven't we, in this club?
Whole mix, and we still have I think he's 82 now, John Ewing's magnificent. He's still playing, but 82 is our oldest player, I think. Brilliant.
Runs forever. Very good.
Does
yeah. And where are we going to be seeing you playing hockey this year?
Me this year. So I'm just about to start my 40th season as a hockey player. So I seriously thought, in celebration of 40 years, that I should push for a first team place, but I thought no, maybe not. I will probably end up playing mostly the Strollers, but as I did last year, I'll probably play fours, Striders and Strollers. Anybody will have me, I think, is the best way to describe me.
Fair enough. Look forward to seeing you. And then finally, Steve. So tell us what area you cover.
I'm Steve. I am the junior club captain, clearly not by age. So I look after everywhere from the under 8s all the way through to the under 16s. And I'm the single point of contact for that entire section.
And you've done that
I've been doing that for, I think this is year 3. It might be year 4. That I've had that responsibility.
And it must be quite nice to see the youngsters come up through the club.
Brilliant.
That must be one of the things you enjoy.
It's absolutely amazing. I think that seeing the number of children that we have on a Sunday morning in the under 8s and the under 10s is tremendous, and then seeing them come through into the under 12s, under 14s, and then for the first time this year, at least for the first time that I've been involved in the club, we have an under 16s team for both the boys and the girls sections, which will be interesting to see how they compete, as this is the first time that we've had those teams entered into the local leagues.
Right, exciting stuff. And then on a Saturday, where will we see you on the pitch?
Well, I sit in the men's 4s, predominantly based on ability, but also because that's sort of the entry point for the juniors, and so it's quite nice for them to have a familiar face, so that we can bring them through, give them an introduction into senior hockey, which for some of them is a bit of a step. Some of our under 14s are not the biggest of lads, and so coming up against grown men can be a little bit daunting. So that helps with that transition, and then ultimately it's my job to kick them out of the 4s and into the 3s and the 2s and the 1s, which we've had quite a bit of success with over the last couple of years. We've got some of the under 16s are now trying to cement themselves in the men's 1s team.
Brilliant.
And the men's 2s.
Great, that's really great. Okay, well, thank you very much, everyone, for just taking me through quickly the what you're hoping for the season, and I hope everything goes well and you have great seasons. Thank you.